And it says we are live. So hello, everybody. I am Glenn.
I'm Xander.
And together we are Fun King 3D. And welcome to Fun in the Country Basement. We are missing our basement today, but it's still fun in the country. And before I let Walter introduce himself, I want to say something that's kind of important because for the last few weeks on Sunday, my machine during these streams has decided that it gets bored and it's had enough, and it just cuts off. So I've got all kinds of monitoring software running right now. I'm watching it. Hopefully nothing happens. If it does, watch the chat, because if I have to create a new link, that's where it's going to go, is into the current chat. If we're really close to the end of the 2 hours, we probably just won't come back, and we'll say bye to y'all in the chat. So I'll make that announcement a couple times through. But in the meantime, here's Walter.
Hey, I'm Walter from Kuntry 3D, and I just had a visitor walk in my door, so I'm actually going to step away for a second. But as Glenn told you, we'll be here till he gets all his stuff straight. I don't know. So, missing our basement, I'll take over the basement part today. Woohoo! Looks like Glenn's got something to work on. I do not, since I took my hiatus from YouTube, and I'm actually not working on anything yet, because until I go live, well, I am going to straighten the room up. I hadn't started that yet, but I can't work on any project until we go back live. So not going to work on things today. I'm going to look at the chat, and I'm going to chat with Glenn and Xander and just have a good time. So, all right, take it away, Glenn, and lock it to you. I'm going to mute mine for a minute, and I will be back in a second.
Well, if you mute yours and I keep talking, it'll lock to me anyway. So
oh, that's true.
Come back, you can just start talking, and you'll pop back in. So now this is awkward because I don't really know how to do streams without somebody else being around. No, I guess that's not entirely true. So yes, Xander got a new hat, so he's been wearing that. Brother James is in the house. Let's go. Let's go down the list. We got Adam is here. Trolling for dollars. Skulda is here. We're here. Oh, Walter's here. Patrick Nienhoff is here, and I know I probably butchered your name, Patrick, but you told me I was close. So Ricky Tanner's here.
Uncle Ron is
Uncle
here.
Ron is in the house.
Robbie Mack.
Robbie Mack is here, and for all of you who did not watch the fun Mailbag Monday, where Robbie Mack made me this awesome. It's being blocked by the FK1, so I got to bring it down.
Watch, that's next week's.
No, it's last week's, but this thing is just too cool, Robbie. This thing is too cool.
Bennett is here.
Bennett's in the house.
IC3D Sean is here.
No, that's not IC3D Sean. That's just regular Sean.
Oh, that's regular Sean. Okay.
Fernando Pina's in the house. I can't do it as cool as Walter. Brother James.
I want to, but it's not my thing.
Tom Filament Frenzy is here. Ben Hawk 3D Proto is here. Robert Reynolds is here. Whatever Maker. And I think that's everybody. And if I missed you, oh no, Carl's here as well. Wiley 3D is here. If I missed you, just like put in the chat like, "Hey jerk, you missed me." So I don't know if I really have anything to work on. I'm kind of out of projects. I've been sitting around on my thumbs for a while, and I just sit around doing nothing now. It's a joke because of this thing, this mammoth thing. So a piece of advice: if you ever choose to build a large printer, make sure that you have the space to work on it, because I have moved this thing onto and off of the bench more times than I've done anything else with it. So
Richard Jorge.
Can we see the FK1 movie? Oh, FK1 move. Only if I do like this. It still has no brains. Actually, that's what I'm working on today. I have all of the cable chains in place, which miraculously right now you guys can't see them. They are all completely out of view. So, but I got to figure out length on wire and start building the wiring harness. So. Sorry, I'm just reading. I'm just reading, trying to get caught up. Whew. I got to get my beverage. I already have dry mouth.
5 years later. There's some chain in our view. Is there?
Is there some chain? Well, there's one here. You might be able to kind of see that. There's one that runs right here, which happens to be right behind that bar. And then there's one right here. Yeah, I guess you guys can see right here. And you can see a little bit of it right here. So I can show you it moving like this. I don't choose to print like that, though, because I'm not precision enough. You can take over Chris Riley's spot.
Where's the country in the basement? The basement's not here, and the country is in the country.
Yeah. Chris emailed us and said he doesn't like us anymore. That we're way too cool for him to hang out with, and that he doesn't want to be our friend anymore.
Now, Glenn, you need to rephrase that. He said I was way too cool to hang out with.
No, so Chris is too cool. No, he's just he's got a lot on his plate right now, and a lot going on with work, and he can't really afford the time to do this on Sundays right now, so he's going to take a little hiatus. So Chris doesn't want to hang out with people that have Twitter. So it will always be, even if Chris opts to not be here, it will still be fun in the country basement. His spot will always be here. It'll always be available for him. Unless we have 4 people on, then we can't have any more. Then we can't have any more. Well, we would never have 4 people on. It's I know. No. Hey, Hulk, how are you, buddy? Hey, everybody. I hope you went down the chat. I did. I am so sorry. I didn't do the Fernando Pina as well as you do. Did you do it at all? I said
I would have.
Fernando Pina in the house. Oh, yeah, that's not even close, bud. Xander, you should try it. Who should try it? Come on. Who should try it?
I don't have the snowball.
I said Xander should try it. You don't need the snowball. You just do it right here. Just hold ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fernando Pina! How's that? Terrible. Just terrible. Shane Game Critic is here. See, Fernando said I tried.
He tried.
Yeah, you tried. Hey,
So Robbie Mac, I just finished a pizza printer, so.
You just finished a pizza printer?
I sure did. It was called Go to Walmart, Buy a Damn Pizza, and Put it in the oven.
I'll second that. Terrible. Well, there's a reason I don't normally do it. Tony's here.
I'll do it, but you owe me.
I owe you nothing. Uncle Ron got booted, and it wasn't even by us.
Well,
the 3DFR Richard is here. So the biggest issue that I'm having with all of this right now is that if I need the Z to be at the top, it takes a long time to get there.
Speed it up.
And then it's like all of a sudden I need it back at the bottom, and it's like, oh no.
Speed up your Z speed, man. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, this is the Z speed. We just turn the.
Oh yeah. You plug it in. What's up, Britt Hawk? I saw Game Critic come in here too. Fernando, Tanner, Carl, Casa del Huecos is in the house. The 3D FR, Mr. Richards in the house. So, Xander,
Yes.
what have you been doing, man? How's school going? Well, congratulations on going and teaching at the library, man. That's pretty cool of you to do. I thought that was pretty neat that you did that.
Thank you.
Was there a good turnout for that or what?
There was
Yeah, they're around
12 kids. They're all homeschool.
That doesn't matter.
No, but I mean, it's like a homeschool group, so it wasn't like just open to the public.
Oh, yeah. So you should do one open to the public and like announce it down around the villages. Lots of people would show up.
Well, we're hoping that that'll really happen. And I really think that it's going to happen. They're talking about actually turning it into a full-on makerspace at the library. I mean, right now they only have the one 3D printer, but and it's got some issues. We got to go in there and do some soldering on it. It's got a bad connector.
Right.
It's a CR10 sold under a different name, and I'm gonna have to think about what the name is. But it's just a rebranded CR10. But there's a 4-pin aviation connector on the back that runs the heat bed. It runs the heater and the thermistor, and one of the pins has burned in it.
Oh.
So I ordered some connectors. They came in yesterday, so I got to go over there and solder it up. And what I did was I ordered a 6-pin connector, and I'm going to do 2 pins for each, the positive and the negative on the heater, and then the other 2 pins for the thermistor.
Right. Mr. Nijenhoff, the MMU2 is not running. My MK3 itself is not running. As the thermistor went out on my MK3, I am awaiting its arrival tomorrow, along with some replacement gears for the MMU2, because one of mine is way out of spec. The number 1, 2, 4, and 5 will feed just fine. The number 3 will not. It slips and it's short every time when trying to feed. So we got new gears coming. Hopefully that will take care of that. And then with the help of the community, I've gotten some insight into some other things that I'm going to need to do to get it working properly. I am set up and ready to print in it's actually only a 3-color configuration, but it's 5 different filaments. Hold on one second, guys. Come in here.
And then we were alone.
Sorry, my uncle had come over and asked me for some help with he got a new HP printer and couldn't get the software to work, and he just tapped on the door and told me it was working. So, but yeah, that's what happened with the MMU2 and my Mark III. It is completely down at the moment. Now I do have, and I want to give people an update because a lot of people have asked about it. The TiVo Little Monster is printing, and I can't really see what I'm showing you or if it's focused or whatever, but this was printed in Protopasta Galactic Empire Metallic Purple. And I had such issues when trying to print this before. Layer adhesion, it would not print. And I told Tinkers today on Twitter that it had to have been all hardware, because this printed like, I mean, it is just it's flawless. I printed that and the squizzle, and I do have, some minor wispy stringing, but on a what is that, the volcano nozzle, it's notorious anyway. So worked pretty good. And thank you, Britt Hawks. I appreciate that. Hey, Paul Cumber, I got some mail from you, buddy.
Dawn is in the house.
Hi, Don.
Hey, look, there's the guy that won the Mosquito Magnum right there.
There he is, yeah.
Ricky Dink 3D, you lucky hammer-knocker.
No doubt. Oh, and then did you read his tweet? He was like, I'm just not sure what to put it on. And I'm like, I know what to put it on.
I know exactly where I'd put it.
And then ask me what my PC specs are. This particular one is an i7, an Intel i7, 8770.
Cool.
But that's not. I don't think that my issues are. If that's what you're asking about, if my issues are related to that.
Paul Cumber, yes, I got your package, and it will be on Mail Thing Thursday. Not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. See how I'm not doing any YouTube right now. Carl Brown, no, I did not use any of the nightshade yet because I want to get my printer printing correctly first. And once I do, I would like to use the nightshade and the clear for a model that I'm looking at doing. That, you know, the polyalchemy elixirs that you sent me. And I need the 2-color of the MMU2 to be working. It's not working yet. So that's what I'm going to do. Where's Chris? Chris is on a safari in Africa.
Madagascar.
Well, at least he might as well be because he's not here.
Chris fell up the basement stairs. And
if y'all hear screaming in the background, just ignore it. My wife is watching NFL right now. She has picked a team that is playing, and she will be their #1 fan until the end of the game. That's a freaking lie.
Yeah, Chris Riley doesn't like us anymore. He's out looking for new friends. He said we're not smart enough to hang around with him.
No, and I will say that Chris does a lot more filming, writing, editing, all of that stuff than I do. And probably than Glenn does.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, he probably does that 6 or 7 days a week. Oh, the Bengals are playing. Never mind. She's a Bengals fan. So, yeah, I can hear her in here. Anyway, but, you know, he's just, you know, it's a lot. It really is. That's why I took my 2 weeks off, except for fun in the country basements, because it just 6 days a week is a lot. So just taking a break is good for the soul. Hey, the FK1 is moving magically on its own. I do want to take this time, though, because I didn't say it in the opener. If you're not subscribed to me or Fun King 3D, don't know how you got here. But if you're not, then go click the subscribe button on either or both pages. If you're already members of the Country Club or the Fun King Court, then
create another account and subscribe again.
And subscribe again. There you go. Rinky Dink 3D, myself would put it on the AM8. But, you know, that's your choice.
Yeah, I guess I would have to ask a question before I could answer that question, and that is
37 to 36.
how is your AM8 printing? Like, how's it doing before you go tearing it up and changing because my AM8 prints beautifully with the stock hot end.
Yeah, right. Well, mine hasn't had a stock hot end forever, and mine is a printed AM8. So I would put it on my AM8. Yes, she's okay. Apparently, with 1 second left, the Bengals came back and won 37 to 36. So she was excited. I'm telling you, that's an NFL beast in there. She's worse about the NFL than I am about the Gators. So
I don't like the NFL.
Yeah, I will tell you this, Patrick. If you are wanting perfect prints at your expo, don't put the MMU2 on it yet. Since Paul Cumber, actually, I can't, because you can't send that through the mail. You have to UPS that and that type of thing. So I'm sorry, 3D Maker Kid. I know. She can't be cussing that loud in there. I know. Nope. I do have Philadelphia Eagle fans in my household, though. My son-in-law is from Pennsylvania, and he is a big Eagles fan. Oh, 7 seconds left. My bad. Thought you said 1 second. She might have said 7. I just wasn't paying attention.
So I just found a piece that needs to be redesigned.
After running all that wire through it?
Well, from running the wire through it, I broke it.
Oh. Oh.
The problem is it's only held on by one screw, so it flipped down like this and it broke the chain. So it's not
3D Maker Kid. I wasn't meaning it like that either. Everybody has their thing. College football is mine. My wife's is NFL football. So, you know, my day was yesterday.
My yesterday was full of video editing, but I have 4 videos out this week.
Cool. What
yes.
version? What version or revision are you on that, Glenn?
What's that?
What version or revision are you on the FK1?
It will always be 1 until it's released. It is revision 1 until official release. Because otherwise it would be entirely too hard for me to keep track. Like, I mean, some of these parts have been designed 3 and 4 times. Overall, there's been 3 major overhauls. So I guess if you want to look at it, this is the 3rd revision. Because originally it was a knockoff of the G Create Big.
Right.
And then James from Print and Play said, "Don't forget the weight of all that filament on the bed." And I said, "No." And so then it became the non-moving bed. And then Sanjay from E3D said, "Why didn't you move that extruder on the short axis?" And I said, "Because I'm an idiot."
Did you question though? Did you you weigh it yet? How much does it weigh?
I can pick it up. It's probably 50 pounds.
Okay.
Okay. I know that this carriage right here is 10 pounds.
Okay. So then you have a top. Well, that's with the motors on it or without?
Well, with it's got the pancake and the full size here. But
right, that's what I'm saying. So
what I did was I put a board down and I put my shipping scale and I laid the arm down on it before I put the lead screws in. And
I got you.
It was 10 pounds.
Okay.
So
you can figure that you can take what 1, 2, 3 pounds of that off for your top and bottom. So that's 17 or 14, 24, probably about 35 pounds.
What, the whole thing?
Yeah.
There's 45 pounds worth of aluminum in this thing.
Well, if that's 10, okay, I was given a pound each for the motor, so I don't guess they weigh quite that much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 45. It was 44 point something pounds for just the aluminum. And then the screws and the power supply and the, you know.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, I guess her Bengals won. And I say it that way because that's the way she says it, not because that's the way it's supposed to be said.
And the game's over now, so we don't have to listen to her anymore?
Well, the next one will be coming on shortly, and she'll pick a team and she'll run with it the same as if it's the Bengals.
Now she's going to come in and give you the finger again.
Probably. Come in and give me the Walter salute.
She might. Uncle Ron asked Xander twice, why are you wearing that hat? Is there some special occasion?
No, it's special hat day.
He bought a hat.
He bought a hat, so he decides to wear it. You know, and I know you've probably never seen the movie, but it reminds me of the one Johnny Depp wore in Benny and June.
Yeah, yeah.
Never seen the movie.
No, you wouldn't have.
No, I mean, the thing is, it's probably a kid-friendly movie. I don't think there was much in it.
I don't remember, but it's not really something that he would watch.
Yeah, no. Not until he gets a little older, maybe.
Someday, when you are older, you may get hit by a boulder.
Oh, and happy late birthday.
Thank you.
I told you happy early birthday, and now I'm telling you happy late birthday. So that must work for a happy birthday on the day, right?
Yeah, I can't really see the chat, so.
Yeah, now my wife is a Colts fan because the Texans are playing the Colts.
And I don't remember who it was that gave me the idea of using network cable for this, but it's much appreciated.
I am supposed to have a cigarette lighter around here somewhere to burn stringy filament off, and there it is. It bit me twice.
But they make heat guns for.
Yeah.
Plus, you can dry your hair.
Well, hair dryer works okay. It just doesn't get quite hot enough.
Or you just use the heat gun to dry your hair. Just don't hold it too close or you lose it all.
Yeah, I see that. All right, somebody asked Cat 5 or Cat 6?
Oh, that I'm running?
Yeah.
It's Cat 6, but it's just for testing.
So you're not going to leave it on the final?
No. My plan, like when I make wiring harnesses and stuff for cars, I use paracord, and I lay it all out in paracord, and then because you can mark on paracord pretty good, and then figure out where things have to branch out and whatever, and then you can lay it down onto a piece of plywood or the floor, or tape it down, whatever, to actually build the harness. So I was going to do the same thing, and I want to say it was one of the regulars, and my apologies for not remembering, but it was like Brian Vines or Robbie Mack or somebody said, or Llama Tom said, use network cable so that you can test the bending radius too. And I thought, well, that's a great plan. Plus, I didn't have to go out and buy any paracord.
Right. All right, I have got
this is just old scrappy cable. I mean, it actually might be 5. I don't know. Not that it matters because it's not getting used. That's 5. So I think it's really funny because for the last few weeks I've been jumping up and down saying somebody needs to design a system that uses a CAN bus so that you only have 4 wires going to the extruder.
Yeah.
And then you could have a decoder board on the extruder that breaks it down further.
Yeah.
And what does Duet release at TCT?
A CAN bus?
A CAN bus.
And are you planning on maybe like incorporating said CAN bus?
Not now. It's too new of technology.
I got you.
So, but it's just funny that I was thinking about it and they did it. And I promise I didn't have any insider information because I suck at keeping secrets. I would have leaked that.
Well, Britt Hawks 3DP just said he's late to the game. Is there a specific print that you're building the FK printer for?
Yeah, European license plates. No.
That's funny.
I keep telling people street signs and European license plates, but no. Somebody actually asked me that today on YouTube as well, but I feel weird talking through this thing.
Like
but
swords and stuff.
I didn't set out with a project in mind and said, okay, I need a printer this big to do it. Being that I was going to rip off the G-Create Big, and I went to Gordon from G-Create and said, hey, I'm going to rip you off. And he said, do it. At that point, I had to make it a little bit bigger. And the G-Create Big has got a 42-inch bed on it. So I went 48 because that's the size that the material comes already, the bed material. So that's how it ended up 48 inches wide. And I went 16 400 millimeters because it's just a good size. And then the height worked out the way it is. Just I don't even know. I don't even know how I picked the height. It just happened. So, but since I've built the printer, now there's things like we want to build a full-size R2D2, like a functional R2D2. I'll be able to print the legs in one piece. It won't be a bunch of sections glued together and stuff.
Rocket.
Yeah.
A full-size rocket.
Like.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'll be able to print 144 of my maker coins at a time.
Uncle Ron says print full size Iron Man armor.
Well, that's definitely another thing that is on the plans. So because then there's no seams and stuff.
Yeah.
Destiny would like to talk.
Destiny would like to talk.
It's Destiny.
We know. Yes, Paul Cumber, I'm pretty sure I will like the stuff you send me. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know what it is, but I will.
Definitely responds differently with wire in it. The cable chain's not as forgiving anymore.
Right?
And I got a couple of guides and things that I've designed that I haven't printed yet. It takes 7 hours to print 20 pieces of this cable chain.
Trolling for Dollar says you need to get the Palette Plus for that. Can't you imagine the purge block on that?
Yeah, like if you did like a full-size multicolored benchy.
Yeah. That's got to be your first print. You know that, right?
It is going to be my first print.
Like a 4-foot long benchy.
Nope. Factory size. Normal 100%.
Now, I want to see you do one that takes like 12 rolls of filament.
The thing is, though, is when the very first print, I want it to be something I'm familiar with, so I know how well the printer's doing.
Hold on a second.
Oh, God.
The point that he's got to block his camera, we know we're in trouble. Those are ball screws. I bought. Hey, Harley. I bought regular lead screws, but they were bent, and 650 millimeter lead screws aren't easy to find, and they're also really little. If you look at them, they're like tiny comparatively. Let's see, which one can you guys see? Look how tiny that is compared to the ball screw. So those are 12 millimeter ball screws. These are 8 millimeter lead screws. So, but they both have a 4 millimeter arch in the middle of them. So, and I waited 3 weeks for them to arrive. I ordered them through Amazon. They took 3 weeks to arrive. It wasn't Prime. So instead I ordered these guys through Prime. These are 800 millimeter long ball screws. So I got to cut the tops. You can see the tops stick way, way up. I got to cut the tops off. Uh, 10 kilo spools are no problem. I can get them from IC3D. And in fact, I can get a 10 kilogram spool of Fun King 3D yellow PETG from my friends over at IC3D.
How much is a 10 kilogram roll?
Into the hundreds of dollars. I can't remember, but.
I'm sorry. I had to talk on the phone for a minute.
Oh, good.
I swear. Nobody knows I stream on Sundays from 4 to 6. Nobody in my family. Not a soul.
Yeah, that cable pushes that cable chain out so bad. Having wire in there. I'm going to have to put a whole bunch of retainers on there. I couldn't come up with any other way to do it other than cable chain.
Hey, I have a tip, a very good tip for those of you using oilers on your printers. Make sure that you don't overfill your oiler, because it will fill your hot end with oil. Completely fill it with oil. Matter of fact, it will leak out on the top of your effector on your TiVo Little Monster and puddle on your heat bed.
That sounds awful.
I'm still trying to get it to burn out so that things will stick whenever the plastic goes.
You having a little bed adhesion issue after that?
A little. Yes, a little. Uncle Ron, who should follow me on YouTube? Pretty much everybody I see here follows me on YouTube already.
He's talking about your family should follow you on YouTube so that they know you stream on Sundays.
They all do follow me on YouTube, as far as I know.
Well, you'd like to think they do.
Right?
They're all like, yeah, we'll sub. I'm not subbing to that.
Yeah, they all decide to follow me, and they don't watch anything I do. They just logged into YouTube and hit the follow button.
Well, that's all right.
That's what I said. I don't care. Well, that's true, Casa del Huacos. They know exactly where I'm at. On days that I stream, they know I'm back here in my little room, so they know that they can get a hold of me.
So when are you going back to doing your afternoon streams?
As far as I know, Glenn, it will be Monday week. So
tomorrow Monday or
Monday week, a week from Monday.
Week from Monday.
Yeah. After my fun in the country basement.
I showed him the picture. Oh, nutcrackers? Woo! My wife is Christmas decoration shopping.
Oh, wow.
She almost walked in on camera. You almost got to see her.
No, Paul Cumber, I don't have any new 3D printers. I did get an email back from Creality today, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
I haven't heard from them in a while. They keep telling me that things take time and that they're working on it.
Yeah, well, she had told me at the beginning of the month that they were coming out with some new machine or something, CR10S Pro or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she asked me today which printer I would like, and she listed off 4 of them. So I told her which one I want. So if they send that to me, I will be happy. Yeah, but I'm not gonna announce it or anything like that.
They were supposed to send me 2 back when they were hot. Yeah,
right.
When they were all the rage.
Yeah.
And nothing. But I did get contacted by another company, and again, I don't want to say it out until it happens. But they're going to send me. It's a small printer, but it looks very promising.
Yeah.
Already assembled, ready to go. So that's exciting. But I got an email from them this morning stating that they go on national holiday.
Yeah, for a week.
Yeah, the whole entire country.
I know. That's what I was talking to a lady in China today, and she's like, "Hey, I'll get back to you, but it'll be a week because we're all on holiday."
I'm like, we should totally do that.
I know, right? The whole country goes on, and it's a paid. The thing is, it's a paid holiday.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, like, they'd have to let you know enough ahead of time that it's coming so you can go to the grocery store and have food and stuff, and then shut down everything. Obviously, not hospitals, and the police would still have to work, and the EMS and stuff. But I mean, at least we would hope that they did.
Right.
But just shut it all down. No McDonald's, no Arby's, no Walmarts, no nothing.
Right. Justin 3D. Yeah, at one time, over half of the people that got it, you were using my code. But I don't ask Josh, hey, how many people sign up using my code on? Because I don't get any kickbacks from that. It's completely a code just for the subscriber.
Oh, you're making bank. We know how it is. You're buying a new Ferrari.
I am. I'm driving a new Ferrari. I bought it at Walmart in the Hot Wheels section.
Can I have it? No.
I do have an announcement that may make people happy, though. I ordered a 4G modem that I'm going to try and see if that helps my streaming some.
Oh, through your through cellular?
Yeah. It is a standard, router modem, and it should be here tomorrow. So I will try to get it set up and everything before next Sunday and do a test so that I can see how it's going to work. I did check with the SIM card that I'm going to use in it, and I'm getting a 4 megabit per second upload, which is more than double what I'm getting now. So hopefully that will work out better.
Does that router have a spot for an external antenna?
It's got actually twin spots for external antennas.
I'm just thinking maybe you could run one if you run one outside.
Yeah, I have to save up. I want to see how it works first inside.
Right.
Because there's like $40, which is about the same as I paid for the modem just for the antenna. So, and then
because your trailer is metal sided, right?
Oh yeah, it's metal sided and it's got a tin roof. So yeah, it's a Faraday cage completely. Yeah, and I mean it's almost instantaneous. When you walk through the front door, all cell service dies. Unless you lay your phone by the window.
Yeah, I've got one spot in my kitchen where I can get good cell signal.
Well, the cool thing is that my entire setup is right in front of a window. So I mean, I can look outside right here. There's a window right here. So I could actually set the modem on the desk and have the antennas leaning against the window. And I may be able to get decent service that way without having to buy an external antenna.
That'd be good.
But with the new way that I want to set this up, I don't know. I'll have to see how that turns out. I'm actually hoping that I can set it up the way that I want to. Yes, Uncle Ron, it's an oversized lunchbox. Absolutely.
Is it the A-Team lunchbox, though? It's not A-Team.
No, it's the original Superman. That's how old this place is. So how long before you put electricity to this thing and drive it?
Well, once this step is done, once I actually have a wiring harness, then I have a little bit of tweaking to do on the electronics box for the Duet board. Because at this point, I don't know how big the harness is to go into the box, so I don't want to design the inputs yet. But other than that, it'll just be a matter of build the harness, plug everything in, and away we go. I only have 50 days to finish this.
I know. Patrick Niegenhoff, yes, I have an unlimited 4G plan that is, I think they slow the upload speed. I won't really be using the download speed that much, but they slow the upload speed. They cap it at 3 megabits per second, which is still twice as fast as what I get now. So I only have 1.5 megabit per second upload right now. So 3 megabit per second is fantastic. And the only thing that this will be used for is streaming. So actually, really and truthfully, I shouldn't be using that much download data. It should all be output data.
Yeah, I got notification from Comcast this month that I went over my 1 terabyte allotted bandwidth, which I think is crap because when I signed my contract, there was no cap.
Right.
But I don't want to push the issue with them because I run servers out of my house, which is against their term of service.
Right.
So, but yeah, I ran out like, I guess today's the last day of the month now, but I ran out like 4 days ago. So I've been using as much data as I can because I'm into my, they give you three free, you screwed up and went over days. And this was my second one that I've used.
Oh, I got you.
So I've been using the crap out of it now. I'm going to stick it to them.
Right.
I'm going to slide you again because I want to get around to...
Ow.
Sorry. You should finish your car.
Well, I have no room to finish it.
Sure you do. You can just hang it from the middle carriage there.
I need another one of these workbenches, and then I could just slide it in place.
Paul Cumber said that's a cool hat, Xander.
Thank you, Paul.
I found some more stringy that I need to burn off. Yeah, Tom Filament Frenzy said he was going to try to be here. I don't know. Did he make it? I hadn't seen him. If he's here, he's not talking very much.
Is it? I think he was here way back in the beginning of the chat. I thought I seen him, but trying to think what time it would be for him.
Probably pushing 10 o'clock now.
Oh, that's not so bad. I was thinking it was later than that, but that's not so bad.
They're 5.5 or 6 hours, or 5 or 6 hours ahead. I can't remember which. If he's 6 hours ahead, it's 11. If he's not, then it's, you know.
Need that printer on wheels casters. The only problem, well, I guess if you had them locking, but I can just imagine putting a 3D printer on wheels. It'd be like this the whole time it's printing.
Yeah.
That might be fun. I might try that.
Especially moving that whole X carriage the length of the bed in a fast move.
One side and then
trying to do a bridge movement or something. Woo, woo.
Well, unfortunately, the ambulance that I was looking at, that I was watching on the auction, sold for like $5,000. I didn't want to invest that.
Why were you buying an ambulance?
So that I can paint it black and put Fun King stickers all over it and make a spot in the back for this thing to take it to Irf and Murph. And
I got you. Yeah, 3D printing almost got a good idea. You could do dropout casters.
Well, a couple of people, one of being Uncle Ron, told me to get a gurney, an ambulance gurney to put it on, which is what started the whole thing of me looking at an ambulance. Because if I'm going to have it on a gurney, I want to be able to just like drive it right into the back of the ambulance.
Just wheel it straight out.
Looks like you need to cut about 12 inches off the legs of the table. Yeah, well, and then it's going to sit back here, and it's going to have to sit lower just because I want it to fit under the shelves. But and I put the control panel right here. So luckily, I'll be driving this thing off of an Octopi, so I won't have to see the control panel too often.
Now you got the Duet Ethernet. Is that what you
sent me the Wi-Fi? I asked for the Ethernet, but they sent me the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Why would you drive it off of Octopi if you have the Wi-Fi?
Because I like Octopi. Because everything that I run is Octopi, and then it's going to be an odd one. I don't know. In fairness, I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. I don't run any of my Pis off of Wi-Fi either. They're all hardwired.
This is going to be Thanos.
What?
This is going to be Thanos.
This is Thanos? I guess Xander just named the printer. Because, you know, all the printers are named after...
Marvel characters?
Well, they're named after Guardian of the Galaxy characters, but... we're starting to run out of Guardians.
Yeah, I can understand that. There was 5 of them.
Taserface is still my favorite.
Taserface?
That's the E12.
Mm.
And what's funny is I named it Taserface even before it became a problem.
Well, as far as the Duet Wi-Fi, I can understand if you're going to do like time lapses or anything like that, I can understand using it. But if you're not, then I don't. They're actually putting a G-code preview so that you can watch the G-code just like you can in Octoprint. So, I mean, then really and truthfully, the only thing you would have in Octoprint would be the time-lapse stuff that's not in.
Bennett is naming his printers after Harry Potter characters.
Which, I mean, I do a lot of, I do a lot of time lapse off of my Octopis, but just like all the apps that I use and stuff are for Octopi, and it's just convenient to have everything technically in one place. So, right. But I don't know. I've never played with the Duet, so we'll find out. I mean, and again, nothing against them. I mean, it's probably a fine system, but personally, I don't trust Wi-Fi.
Oh, I got you.
It's not stable. The only things that run in my house Wi-Fi are things like my cell phone, my tablet, stuff that I don't really have the option to have hardwired. Even my TVs are hardwired.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, man, you need to like fix your tinfoil hat because it's, it's crooked now. Not you. Talking to your daddy about all this conspiracy theory stuff about Wi-Fi not being stable and stuff. I don't know. I've never had a problem with my Wi-Fi.
Theory. When I first set up the Octopi, which it was actually my access point that was crapping out, but when I first set up the Octopies, I had them Wi-Fi, and I'd be halfway through a print, and they would lose connection. And I mean, it would continue to print because the Octopi was still connected to the printer, but I couldn't go in and manage it. And so I just decided from that moment, my printers would be hardwired.
Yeah.
And again, it was my fault. It was my access point that was failing, but.
Well, okay. So it wasn't the actual device itself, Wi-Fi.
It was still a Wi-Fi problem.
No, it was a hardware issue. It was not a Wi-Fi problem. So if your router goes out and you're hardwired, guess what?
It's a hardware problem.
Not there either.
If my router goes out, it goes over to my backup router.
Yeah, but does that then carry on your wired connections?
I don't really have a backup router.
Yeah, I didn't figure you did.
I wanted to sound like I was really impressive.
And then your backup what?
I have a $99 Edge router that handles better than my $400 enterprise level router.
Yeah. Well, I
couldn't handle gigabit.
I have two of the DDWR2 AC 1900 Linksys routers.
Yeah.
And they cover my house like champions. So
I have a whole box of these.
Is that the WRT 54G?
Yeah. Yep.
And you have a whole box of them?
Yep.
Okay, you want to get rid of a couple?
Yeah, you need some?
Heck yeah.
I think I got, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them here.
Because I need to set one up at my dad's house.
Okay.
So that he can have internet and I can use that as an extender. Because the extenders are crap, but the WRT 54Gs, they have great range on them.
Well, yeah, and you can install the WRT?
DDWRT, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I run on both of my routers now. Oh, yeah, absolutely trolling for dollars. Absolutely the best router made at the time. And it's really why I haven't upgraded my 2 now, because the AC 1900s are really nice as well. And I know that the AC 3200 and all that came out, but they're still not, to me, they're not as stable as the 1900s.
I have a version 5, a version 4, a version 1.1.
See, the last time I had one, I had a version 1.1. I didn't even know they went above 1.1.
Yeah. How's this?
That's
the cable modem.
Cable modem. Yeah. I can't do that.
No, I don't even think that works anymore. I think that's DOCSIS 1.
Oh, yeah, no. But yeah, Patrick Nijenhoff, I have 2 of them here as well, which we only have 1,200 square feet, 1,186 square feet under roof. So, I mean, it just works really well. I mean, even inside this tin can, I still get great service. Oh, you use 1900s for a mesh, Lester? That's pretty cool. Hey, Glenn, there's something wrong, man. That looks way too smooth.
Too smooth?
Yeah.
So like this?
There you go. There you go. That's better. Later, Sean.
Bye, Sean.
Well, it's still early. Why are you leaving, Sean? Yeah, I definitely got to get the guides in place and then fix this issue. I made the holes. I made the piece with holes 2 in like this, but there's a belt in here. So I thought, well, 1 will be enough. But just putting the wire in and stuff, I bent it over and broke the chain link. So I got to make it with 2 holes in the bottom.
That'll work.
Yeah, this whole chain setup over here, I was printing it last night and it let go off of the bed and it was a total catastrophe. And so I was mad that the print failed, and I was in the shower this morning thinking about it, and all of a sudden I thought, there's no reason to have that piece be as big and dumb as it is. And so I redesigned it to be this tiny little piece in 20 minutes today. So sometimes you need a failure to realize that you did it wrong the first time.
Can I go get a drink of water?
Yep.
Okay.
Just make sure you turn your mic off so we don't hear you go and pee.
Right. But Patrick Nugenthoff says, Glenn, you missed the real name of the FK1. It needs to be Groot because that means big in Dutch.
Oh, the Prusa is Groot. Because Groot's my favorite, and that was my first printer. So it got named Groot. And the AM8 is Rocket. This is Drax, which was named by Mario from Robo. And then Taserface. And Yondu is Xander's fabricator. I wanted to name it Gamora because she's green and so is it, but he wouldn't let me name it after a girl.
Oh, wow.
Y'all probably didn't hear that, but from all the way downstairs, I get a be quiet. All right. Well, I think that is going to work.
Paul Cumber, I saw your question a while ago. I'm not working on anything today, buddy. I am absolutely not working on anything.
Well, Walter's having a leisurely fun in the country basement.
Now, let me tell you guys, I was kind of ugly to the mail lady today. I had 2 rolls of pink 3D Solutech delivered from Amazon today. I saw her drive up, so I got out of my chair to go meet her so I could get these 2 boxes of pink 3D Solutech. And as I'm walking out, I see her walking back to her truck, but she hasn't made it to my house yet. She put the box down in the dirt behind my truck.
Wow.
Instead of taking the 15 more steps to get to my porch. Had I not seen her put it down, I would have got up in the morning. First, I'd have been mad because they didn't deliver it on Sunday like they were supposed to. Then I'd have got up in the morning and backed all over my 2 rolls of filament that was under my truck.
It's just getting worse and worse and worse.
But then when I said something to her, she's like, sir, you don't need to talk to me like that. I said, well, you don't need to be an idiot like you are either, but that didn't stop you. And she's like, well, I saw your truck here. I figured it'd be a good place to put it. I said, why didn't you put it on the truck? Yeah, well, I mean, just my bed is covered. Just lay it on the bed cover.
Listen, mail delivery is one of 2 places as far as I'm concerned. In my mailbox or next to my door. Nowhere else.
Right.
Don't hide it behind a tree. Don't put it around the corner. Don't deliver it to my neighbor's house for safekeeping.
Her first excuse was, I'm like, why did you put that there? She goes, well, I didn't know where I was going. I said, you can't see the front door of the house?
Wow.
I mean, it's not hidden. You know.
Well,
it's really funny because my brother's been a mailman for 20-something years, a rural carrier for 20-something years. And every year at Christmas, I mean, he gets all kinds of gifts for Christmas on his route because he's a good mailman.
Right.
So I called him and I told him that I was kind of ugly to the mail lady that brought this package. And he goes, yeah, that's the help they hire these days. I'm like, that's just sad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I've always had hit and miss mail carriers. Like the mail carrier that was here when we first moved up here, he always looked like he was angry and he drove like he was angry. And it was back before they had the mail carrier trucks. They were driving their own cars. So they were sitting on the passenger seat with their leg over, running the gas and brake.
Yeah.
Driving with this hand. Crazy. So I don't know, the years went by and we finally had a decent mail carrier. She was good, except for she would hit the mailbox hot. So she's dug these big ruts in front of my mailbox. In fact,
Right.
I watched her stop at the neighbor's house one time, and she stopped so hard, dirt flew 8 feet in front of the truck. I mean, it just crazy. But she was very good about, like, the off mail carrier would take a box that it was like just a little too big for my mailbox, but they'd cram it in there anyway.
Oh yeah.
But she was really good. Like, she would actually bring it up to the house, knock on the door to let us know it was at the door. If there was mail, she would rubber band the mail to the package and leave it all at the door, so I didn't have to go to the street, you know. Well, then they changed her route. And I've been through like 4 mail carriers in the last 2 months. Well, now the guy that's doing it is actually a guy that I used to work with at Best Buy. So he's really good about bringing my stuff to the door.
Yeah. Well, Casa del Huayco's tomorrow is Monday, and the postal service will get a call from me because I do know about that. And, you know, my brother also told me to call them and let them know. So I will do that. We live in a small town. It's not, I mean, our whole entire county only has 22,000 people in it. Maybe 23,000 now because I just looked last year, but it's not like we're a hot spot of people moving in Florida. And it's not that big of a county, you know? So, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 post offices that service that. We have 4 different zip codes. Yeah, but you know, if they go postal around here, people go postal back. Later, Britt Hawks. Have a good night, sir.
Good night, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Glenn Shom asked, was that you behind that high rise? Yeah, Patrick. No, I get that too. I ask them all the time, why are you honking your horn? Can you not walk the 15, 20 feet that you got to walk to put that on my porch?
I had one of those too that would pull up to the mailbox at the street and just honk. And if we didn't come out, they would leave with our package and leave us one of those slips.
But see, mine's videoed all the time. So I have video evidence of everything that happens with mine. It's like my FedEx driver that dropped the box off in the rain the other day. And instead of 10 feet from the covered part of the porch, he sets it in a downpour.
No. Now, see, my UPS driver, I don't know my FedEx driver because I don't get that much stuff, but my UPS driver is awesome.
Well, this was a reshipment because we bought my daughter a vanity for her birthday, and the corner of it was broken. So they said, well, we'll send you a whole new unit. So they sent us a whole new unit. So this box is, I mean, it's a big box. It's not very small, but 10 feet. That's all he had to move it was 10 more feet.
Yeah. No. Well, my former UPS driver, we had an agreement where he would just put the stuff in my garage. Like, he would just open the door and put it in the side of the garage. So nothing ever got left out in the rain. But that was during the construction of my house. And then he retired and I got the new driver, but I take care of him at Christmas and he takes care of me the rest of the year.
Our normal mail carrier is fantastic. She's pretty good. Now she did make us, and she really did it to everybody on the route. You know, the mailboxes that were here have been here since I was a little kid, right? 40 years. I mean, since as long as I can remember. I know my granddad set his mailbox. Well, they were all on the opposite side of the road.
Okay.
We all got notices that we had to move them to our side of the road. So we all did that. And then we all got notices that they had to be 39 inches high or whatever the height is. So we all had to set our mailboxes correctly. But after that, she's been just as nice as she can be. But every Sunday driver is a different person.
Yeah, that's whoever draws the short straw.
Well, for several Sunday deliveries, it was one guy in a truck, and he would actually park out by the highway instead of pulling in the driveway, and then he towed it up and put it right by the door. But no, she pulled in behind my truck. I'm serious, man. It was 20 feet from there to my porch. And she just got out, set it in the dirt behind my truck.
No, I've even told the carriers that they can pull up in the yard, and then, you know, when they go, because there's something to do, and maybe you can confirm this because of your brother, but they're like not supposed to back up. Something to do with, I don't know.
And a rural carrier?
Huh?
Well, see, the problem is you back into the street.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I told him, I said, you can just, you know, like pull in and then just drive right through the grass. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I make every effort that I can to, and again, when it's a regular carrier, it's not so bad. When it's the flavor of the week.
Yeah, I got we have a nice wide flat ditch that they can back out of our driveway and turn around and just back like in the ditch. So they don't have a problem having to turn around. And that's why she made us move them to the other side of the street, because she was having to cross the street in order to deliver packages. And that is actually a rule that they're not supposed to break.
Yeah. Yeah. FedEx or UPS is the same way.
Yeah. So yeah, that was her reasoning, was that when she left our mailbox, she had to turn across the highway to get in our driveway.
Well, I mean, I'd rather my mailbox be on my side of the road anyway. Here, the mailboxes that have been around for a while, some of them are across the road, but I didn't even ask when I moved in. I just put it out there.
Well, yeah, and I probably would have done the same, except that all of the mailboxes were on the other side of the road.
Right.
All of them. They have been since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I still do. I just do whatever I want, and then when somebody questions it, I'm like, but I'm the fun king.
And they go, so? I still have a bunch of gummy bears from my 2.5 build.
I don't. I have kids.
I have a lot of them.
That bag, my bag didn't make it through the upgrade, and Xander had eaten them all.
Yeah, nope. I'm keeping them closed this time, though, so they don't go bad.
Well, we are at 1 hour and 12 minutes, so I'd like to say, first of all, thank you all for being here. And to any of you guys that are not subscribed to either we here at Fun King 3D or Walter, or still Chris Riley at Chris's Basement, all of that information should be in the description. I say that, I don't even know if that's true, so somebody can confirm that.
It better be, because I'm going to steal your description for mine next week.
Do you still have Tube Buddy?
Yes, I still have Tube Buddy.
Because you can set up a template. You can set up a template in there to. I'm not even watching the stream to see how it's going. But yeah, you can set up a template where you just type it one time and you can.
Hey, Robbie Mack, I don't get it either, man. Ever since I did the interview with Timothy Hooglin, ever since that video, I've gotten 6 or 7 thumbs down on every video.
Really, we have 7 thumbs down. I think that's a record for me.
That's what I mean. I don't understand it either, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it you know, I won't say that there was never a time, you know, like it used to bother me, but I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
I don't even when I lose subscribers, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm not.
What I care about is like the people that are in the room right now. You know, the diehard followers. You guys are the reason that we do this. So,
Patrick said those are people missing Chris.
They could be people who hate this stream without Chris.
Right.
No, it's all good. You know, it is what it is.
Hey, wow. I switch back over to the Google Hangout so I could see you, and there's a printer missing.
Oh, you didn't see me move it?
No, I had it over on YouTube. I was looking at the stuff on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I needed to move it so I could start building this wiring harness.
Robbie Mack said, go outside once in a while.
I do. I actually went out, pulled some weeds this morning, and I was bad. I skipped church.
I didn't think they made that legal yet.
What, skipping church?
No, pulling weed.
Oh. You can pull all you want. What you do with it after that?
I got you. Actually, I'm pretty sure they would take a not so good role of you pulling it either.
No, well, you know, I have this problem where I get a buildup of Amazon boxes. So the garage was it's a 2-car garage, but it's not big enough for me to put my truck in. So we only park the wife's car in there, and then the other side is just junk. And it was starting to encroach more and more and more on the parking side of the garage.
Right.
So I went out and broke down a bunch of boxes this morning and swept it all out. And it's better to have quality over quantity if you're not making your living from YouTube. Well, I don't ever plan on making my living from YouTube, so I'll stick with the quality. I like you guys. You guys are fun.
You know what's really funny? If you could see who was giving thumbs up or thumbs down, I bet they wouldn't put it anymore.
No, of course not. If it wasn't anonymous, no, of course not. So, and I mean, admittedly, there's times that I give videos thumbs down, but I'll also leave a comment on why I did it.
Right.
So, just because it makes people pay attention a little bit more. If I watch a video and the audio is terrible, then I'll give it a thumbs down. Audio is the worst. Or if they're doing something really stupid or dangerous.
Well, that may be so. Now, on audio or video issues, I would just probably tell them, hey, man, your video, your audio sucked. I'm not giving you a thumbs down, but.
Oh, no, I'm giving them a thumbs down. No, listen, I mean, if you have a majority thumbs down, it's not going to be good. But even a thumbs down is interaction.
Right.
So those, I mean, honestly, the 7 thumbs down, thank you.
Right.
It's interaction.
Not only that, I mean, we get a view regardless because they had to click on the video and open it in order to give it a thumbs down.
Absolutely. Yeah, Uncle Ron said, I read that bad audio chases more people away from a channel than bad video. Absolutely, because you can tolerate, like, if you're watching a video that has bad video, like, it doesn't sensorily, I don't know how to say that, censor-wise, like you don't freak out watching it, but bad audio, like, causes you to cringe and stuff. So normally I would hate the video quality you get, Walter, but because it's you, I don't mind. But from others, I would click away. That's actually not Walter's video quality. That's just Walter. Yeah,
that's just me. That's the way I look, dude. That's really no change.
That's his camera trying to run away.
Well, actually, I've noticed that on like your stream, my video quality is very bad. Like when I do a stream with Chris, it's a very bad video quality. But I've watched my videos where I record them and do them live, and the video quality is really not that bad. So I don't, you know.
Well, your live streams are kind of hit and miss. Like sometimes it's great, and then other times it'll start to get blocky. And if I refresh, sometimes it'll clean it up.
Right.
You know, it's just, but a lot of that is the YouTube server too. You know, we're all scrambling to make our end better, and it's not always us.
Right. And
I mean, I've had YouTube come back and tell me that I have bad stream. I have massive amounts of upload bandwidth. I get like 45 megabit upload.
Yeah, I mean, if
it says it's okay, we're only putting out 720p.
Yeah, if I could like do all of my videos as just shoot and then upload videos, they'd all be in 4K.
Right.
All of them.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever been watching a video on YouTube and then like the next one that comes up is Tom Sandlander?
Yeah.
And it's like you're watching the video and then all of a sudden his video comes on and you're like, Because it's almost like you're really there.
Yeah, I actually just set my got my Amazon Prime up so that I can do 4K video through it.
Yeah.
And oh, it's so much nicer when you can use a 4K TV to watch 4K.
Yeah, I don't have a 4K TV. I'm
Yeah,
too poor.
see, you know, John, you're right. That's absolutely a fact because now I'm pulling and pushing video, and it takes up more video bandwidth, and I just don't have any to spare. That's
Right,
why I got
because it's video chat. You're both direction.
right, and I am going to. That's why I'm trying to do the 4G modem. Because if I can get double the bandwidth, then my video quality should improve even on the dual streams like they are. I wish there was a way that I could use one for downloading and one for uploading only.
Huh.
You know what I mean? So I could use my wired connection from the house for downloading and only use the 4G to upload.
I bet we could figure that out. I mean, I know it's possible, but I bet we could. It's just a matter of figuring it out cheaply.
Right, there you go. That's the issue. That cheaply part.
But I bet you could absolutely do it. I set everything to 480 or less depending on how many streams I'm watching.
Pores in your nose don't intrigue me.
You'll never see the pores in my nose with the equipment that I have, but it's the best that I can do for what I got.
Right.
So even the camera that I'm looking at is a 4K camera, but I don't intend on streaming at 4K regardless.
Yeah.
There's just no reason for that. I want the 4K for shooting so that I can do better zooms and stuff. I'm tired. So I got a new doctor. I went to the doctor, and the doctor said to me, "Hey, you have diabetes." But the problem was I hadn't been on my medication in like over a month, so my blood sugar was crazy right. Dangerously high. And so while I was there, I was talking to him because I have an issue with my shoulders. Like this shoulder, I can only put it up this high. I can't go any higher than this. And this one, I could go a little higher. Now I can actually, I can use this arm. But so I've been going to physical therapy. I went 4 times this past week, and let me tell you, they're kicking my butt.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, that's results. I couldn't do this a week ago. So
absolutely.
But this one, I can only get it up that far.
Oh, it's too bad this is a family-friendly channel.
Yeah, I know. I heard it as soon as I said it.
As soon as you said it.
At least the doctor didn't say you're pregnant. No.
Well, you know that would come with benefits as well.
What's that? Being pregnant?
Yeah, you being a man and being pregnant, that would come with lots of benefits, I think.
Oh yeah, you can probably make a couple dollars off of that.
$2. We actually had a guy from our hometown here who won $2 million on a scratch off the other day.
Really?
Yep. His wife worked at the little convenience store down here, and he bought a scratch off in Tallahassee and won a $2 million prize.
Wow.
I think it's awesome.
I know somebody that they actually won the lottery twice, but the crappy part was the guy was already very, very well off and then wins the lottery twice. And I'm like, kidding me? He had a Ford dealership, wins the lottery, so he gives the Ford dealership to his daughter.
I'd give my daughter a good birthday party. Today's her birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Sarah, if you're watching this.
Happy birthday, Sarah. She's probably not watching this.
She's probably not. She turned 25 today.
Does that make you feel old?
No. Should make you feel old, though.
I felt old when my kid turned 12.
Yeah, but you're my age, and I've got kids that are 25, so.
Yeah, no, I took my time. I didn't want kids too early. But I'll tell you what, if I had to go back, I'd do it differently because like it's almost not fair to the kids. Like I'm old and tired. It's like I'm not as active as I used to be. Xander like Xander was very, not that he isn't now, he's still spoiled, but Xander was very spoiled as a youngin', and we just did everything with him and for him, and then it's like Zach kind of gets cheated, but
right.
happy birthday, spawn of Walter.
Yeah, 3D Maker Kid said it's his birthday as well.
Oh, well, happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
We should have had you on today. You could have wore a party hat and...
Wow, look, Mary Poppins says Czechoslovakian people are addicted to gambling.
That's interesting. I didn't know that we were talking about Czechoslovakia, nor did I know we were talking about gambling.
Well, you know, scratch-off lottery tickets are gambling.
Oh.
Even though Florida has a no gambling policy unless you're an Indian casino, the state can run, you know, state-run gambling is fine.
Oh, of course. That's because casinos bring crime.
Well, yeah, no. No. They bring jobs.
Yeah. They bring in a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah. Why do you think that hotels and airfare and all that related to Vegas is so cheap? Because every bit of that is subsidized because of the amount of money that comes into Vegas.
Oh, Glenn, you'll know he won the Mega Millions when he emails and asks, "Who's your mortgage company?"
Well, it's better than him calling me and asking me who's my daddy.
I do have to say, I could be a millionaire because I did buy a Powerball ticket this week, and I didn't check. I don't know if it won or not.
Yeah,
I will tell you, if I win like the Powerball or whatever, we will definitely have a much better YouTubing experience from my end.
Would you still do it?
Oh, absolutely.
I'd hire somebody to do it for me.
No, I would not. I would hire a producer
and an editor. Definitely hire an editor.
You know, and all the people that you actually need to do YouTube, I would hire those people. But no, I would definitely still do it.
Yeah, I'd do it too. I'd hire Sean Connolly full time. I'd be like, sorry, Joel, go find your own editor.
Well, you know, I did win. I won $25,000 on a scratch off one time.
Wow.
On a $2 scratch off, actually.
Well, that's pretty good return on investment.
It was. It really was. A week later, a lady at the store, like next door to the store I won mine in, she won $300,000 on a scratch off.
Wow.
So.
No, I play them once in a while. I'm not a big gambler. I've been to casinos a few times. I did pretty good at a blackjack table one time in a casino in Wisconsin, but I'm just not a big gambler.
Really?
I just know that whatever money I walk in with, I'm not walking out with.
Yeah, right. Yes, there would be a bigger studio, and yes, there would be somebody to straighten it up when I got done.
Oh yeah. A whole team of people just to keep it like.
Absolutely. I would have a production team. It depends on how much money I won now. Really. I mean, you got to figure $2 million. You're not getting very far when you hire a whole team of folks.
$2 million isn't going to, I'm thinking like 500 million.
Even a couple $100 million, I could do that, I think. Lottery winnings up there are not taxed. Well, they are here.
Yeah, like 50%.
I think it's like 38%, but still.
They take a lot, yeah.
I know.
Well, it depends too if you choose to get it all at once or if you take it over time.
Yeah, the $25,000 that I won, I got $17,500 of it. So they took $7,500 from me.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. It's double dipping because that money comes from the money that's spent buying the lotto tickets.
Right.
So they already take a cut of that, and then when you win, they take a cut of that.
Yep.
I like winning. I hate losing. So I love gambling when I'm winning.
Yeah. Robbie Mack said he doesn't gamble. He plays poker. But yeah, no, it's all right.
Winning
between federal and state,
53% between federal and state.
Well, there's no state taxes in Florida, so. And that's one reason I wouldn't mind them bringing casinos here, because then it would be even better here. Because we already have tourism and the casinos would make that much more tourism.
Oh yeah. Yeah, even people just, Alabama, Georgia, the Carolina, coming down to gamble.
Yeah. Well, now, you can, there are Indian casinos pretty much everywhere. So like Cherokee, North Carolina, or South Carolina, I can't remember where Cherokee's at, but there's casinos there, a few of them.
North Carolina.
You've got some down south of you around Tampa somewhere, I think.
There's a Hard Rock in Tampa. There's a Hard Rock in Miami.
Yeah, those are both Indian owned. Seminole Indians run those. And then there's an Indian run casino in Alabama that's probably about 2.5 hours from here.
Well, and then there's Biloxi, Mississippi too.
Yeah, but that's about 6 hours for me.
Yeah.
And for you would be another, 3 hours on top of that, about 9.
Yeah, I was looking at my route to Murph this year, because I'm thinking if I drive my truck, that I'm going to stay off the interstates, so that I'm not, pedal to the metal and sucking fuel. And the back roads way of getting there puts me not very far out of your town. It's pretty funny.
Out of whose town?
Yours.
Oh.
So it's probably, I don't know, it's probably a half an hour to the east of where you are.
What, the back roads to get to where?
To Murph.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, if you come up, you'll come up 27 and get on I-10 up that way and take that corner across. Yeah, it's because you'd go up to Ocala, hit 27, come across, and that'll cut the corner.
27 runs right here.
Okay, so you can just get on 27. 27 will take you within about 25 miles of my house.
Yeah.
Through the wood. That's as the crow flies. That's not down the highways.
Your route this year has to go through Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, but we don't know if that's the route up or the route back yet, Ron.
How late is Murph going to be next year?
Well, they did talk about making it a couple weeks later so that we could have the other facility, because we've outgrown the current facility. And apparently the weekend that we're there, that facility is already used by somebody else.
Well, maybe it won't be 20 friggin' degrees when we get there either.
Yeah, but I'd rather it be cold than hot.
Me too. But it could be 50, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be 20. I'm telling you.
It was fun to see the snow on the way up and back, though.
Well, it was. The live streams I did, though, I couldn't feel my fingers after, a few minutes.
No, wait, don't take 39. It's nutso twisting and turning through small towns. I don't know. It added a significant amount of time the way that I was looking at. Like it was like 21 hours instead of 16.
Yeah, for you to hit the interstate doesn't take that long, though.
No, but if I get on the interstate, I'm going to drive interstate speeds. And if I drive interstate speeds, I'm going to get like 7 miles to the gallon.
You're driving your truck?
If I have to.
Yeah, see, I've actually, when I bought my truck, the average mile per gallon said 15.1. And I've actually taken a trip to Gainesville in it, and I drive it back and forth to work every day, and it's gone up to 18.1 since I've gotten it. So, and while I was going to Gainesville, and I was probably averaging around 70, 75 miles an hour, I was still getting 17.9 miles to the gallon in mine. So I'm pretty sure ours is going to make the trip to Murph next year.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what the Flex gets. The Flex gets about 18 miles to the gallon.
Well, yours is also a bigger. You've got a V8 in yours. I do not. I've got a V6.
In my truck, you mean, or in the Flex?
In your truck.
Oh yeah, it's a 6.4 liter diesel.
Yeah. See, no, mine is a 3.5 liter V6.
Yeah, but I have a 488 to 1 rear end is the problem.
Oh yeah. Made for towing that camper, is it not?
Yeah, it's got a 24,500 pound towing capacity.
Right.
So Just take the FK1 through airport security, bringing this carry-on.
Yeah.
I can't put the FK1 on the roof because that Flex has an all-glass roof. It's got the Vista roof.
Yeah. That's a great idea when you buy that car, just not when you want to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
So Trolling for Dollars says rent a minivan, but then I have the cost of renting a minivan, which I could offset just by paying for fuel in my truck.
Well, I don't know about that really, because you figure it was 5 days, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so you're looking at about $350 for a van.
Yeah.
Well,
but a minivan won't. It would have to be a full-size van.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, that would be.
I found a pretty nice looking. It's an older Chevy Astro van that had the raised roof.
Yeah.
On Craigslist for $700. Needed engine work, which it's a 4.3 liter V6. That's not hard engine work.
Right.
And so I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. But first, I started to do some research. Well, with the back seat in, with the back seats in for the kids, the printer won't fit in there. So,
Probably Max said ship it to him. Come early and assemble it, then borrow his minivan to drive it up and back.
Well, I considered shipping it. I considered shipping it to CME CNC, and then because it'll fit in the Flex if I fold all the back seats down. But I don't know. I don't know what shipping would cost on that, and I don't know what kind of damage would happen to it with them shipping it. But no, at this point, I'm probably going to end up putting a hitch on the Flex.
Well, you don't have a hitch on your Flex already?
No, I haven't. It didn't come with one, and I mean I can put one on. It's not a big deal, but
right.
And then I'll probably just buy one of those $300 trailers from Harbor Freight, build a plywood box around it, and off I go.
Well, you could rent a U-Haul for cheaper than that, I think.
I didn't think about that. The only thing with U-Haul trailers is they're very heavy.
Yeah, but you get one of those little bitty ones. They're not too bad.
Their trailers are stupid heavy. Their car trailer is like 3,000 pounds empty.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but it's still probably still less than the cost of building one. Well, you could do that now.
What's that?
What Christopher says, you could flat pack it like the Creality printers are, and then assemble it. You could put that in your Flex that way.
No way.
Come on. The kids could hold it.
No, I mean, there's no way you can flat pack that thing. You would literally have to disassemble the whole entire thing to be able to take the frame down.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, so then it would take me a week to put it back together once I got there.
Oh, come on, 10 minutes.
No.
3D printed trailer. Oh, he's a hog fanboy. Woohoo! I see that, Arkansas. Woo pig suey.
Just mount the wheels on the printer and a tongue. print
do that
down the road.
You can do that.
Big gust of wind, a semi truck goes by and your print blows off. Crap, now I gotta start over again.
Then you're printing in the air and stringing spaghetti out behind you as you go.
Yeah, I even considered one of those carriers that plug into the hitch, into the receiver. The baskets on the back, and then just putting it on there. But it's just so stupid big. I mean, who in their right mind builds a printer this big?
But you could do that. You could actually strap it to that really well, and I think it would ride fine like that.
Well, I can't imagine it would ride any worse than on a trailer.
Well, what I was saying though, you take that platform, then get you a piece of like 3/4 inch plywood and bolt it to it so that it's the right size for the frame to fit on.
Right.
Then you can bolt it and you don't have to worry about it. It's still sitting flat on that plywood.
Well, I'm gonna have to crate the printer. I mean, the printer itself is gonna have to be the printer. Yeah. Just find a small jet ski printer and mod it. I think that's supposed to be jet ski trailer.
I was fixing to say.
Now I want a jet ski printer.
That's right next to Robbie Mac's pizza printer.
I never wanted a jet ski printer before, but I do now.
Right?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean that little $300 trailer from Harbor Freight's not so bad, and technically I have 30 days to return it. So when I get back and didn't work out, I could always take it back.
John Hammond, probably with the height, it would be hard to get it in with it completely unless you take the seats out and turn it this way or that way, right?
What's that?
Your printer, he asked, was it wider than your car?
Yeah, it's not that it's wide. I mean, it's wider than the inside of the car. It's not wider than the outside of the car. But it's the problem is how long it is. And even if we put the kids, because it's a 6-seater, even if we folded down these 2 seats, then the gap isn't wide enough to get it in there.
Right.
So, trailer would probably be best since you will need it for Murph, IRF, and New York Maker Faire. Oh, now I'm going to New York Maker Faire too. I hadn't really planned that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get it to the TCT show.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, I talked to Regina, was telling her today about maybe trying to hit like TCT or something next year.
The Meetup Sweden.
Yeah, one of those.
Sorry, I thought I heard something clicking like something came off the bed, but
right. Oh man, we got about 19 minutes left, Glenn. Hopefully your computer doesn't decide it wants to reboot today.
Well, so far it's good. The temperatures have all stayed under 50 degrees Celsius. CPU load right now, the highest core. Well, they're all under 30% on all 4 cores.
I want to see what my temperatures are. I haven't even looked because this thing actually runs pretty hot. I'm not complaining a bit, but it does run pretty hot.
Well, the case, and I don't even know if I have the side fans on, but this case that they're in, they have these huge, they're like 300 millimeter fans on the side of the case, but one of them is bad. So
yeah, the GPU on this is running about 58 right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I have. I'm just watching my CPU temperatures.
My CPU is running at 60.
Yeah, this is an Intel Core i7 4771 Haswell, and it is running at 3.5 gigahertz. Sucking down 8 watts of power. No, 30 watts of power.
Yeah. Yeah, I turned on Speed Fan and it shows all this nice stuff.
No, I'm using Core Temp, a program called Core Temp.
Right.
It's just something it's a freebie. It's something I grabbed off the
Sonic said Meetup Sweden's like an hour flight from there.
That'd be nice. Dude, for an hour flight, I'd totally be there.
Dude, I'm going to tell you
how close I was to buying a ticket to New York Maker Faire this year.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Carl, I may not even do that drive to IRF again, man. Unless I can figure some back way to get around all those big cities,
if it wasn't for the fact that I need to bring this thing with me, I'd be right there with you.
Dude, that's some of the worst traffic I've ever been in my life.
That was awful.
Yeah. If I go, I will make sure that I go through Washington and Baltimore and everything at like 4:00 in the morning.
Well, I'll tell you what, when we left out of there, Walter, like the hotel that we were staying at was way out by the annex, by the Air and Space Annex. And then when we left there, we went to south of the border, and the way that the GPS took us was kind of like this back way down and around, and it was awesome. There was no problem the whole way. Yeah. So a lot of people avoid the back roads. The interstate's faster. The interstate's faster.
It can't be. That cannot be faster that way.
No, not for as long as it took me to get there. And after not sleeping all night, you know, no, that was awful.
Later, Tom. But yeah, no, yeah, going to Indiana, we didn't hit any traffic at all ever going to Indiana. Even around Indianapolis, we didn't hit any traffic. And then it took us on that one interstate where we didn't even, I don't even think we passed a car for 20 miles. Yeah. It was like that brand new interstate or whatever. I don't know if y'all went.
The only traffic that we had going to Murph was the accident on 75.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah.
And see, we don't hit any of that because we don't take any of that. We get to I-10 and we didn't have any traffic on I-10, and then we hit Alabama and go straight up Alabama. I mean, it was so much better. Yeah, trolling for dollars. You're right. I mean, that was the last time I was in traffic like that, and I swore never again. We actually did the 405 in LA at rush hour one time. And dude, that's like 8 lanes of just what we went through in Maryland, Glenn.
Wow. There was one of the days that we were headed into the city, into DC. We're driving along and the GPS, you know, it's like saying, oh, you know, stay in the left lane, whatever. And so we were over in the left lane behind a bus, and we ended up down onto the part of the highway where you have to have like our sun pass. We have sun pass here, so you had to have whatever their pass is, and we didn't have that. But there was no traffic on that part of the road, and we were just hauling butt.
You were loving it too, weren't you?
I thought, you know, if I get a ticket, so be it.
Yeah, it'll be worth that $300.
we were just sailing past all of the traffic.
I wonder, Ron, it's an easy pass, you say. I wonder if it's the same as the easy passes we have here too.
It is not, because it didn't charge me for it.
Well, no. Do you have Sun Pass or do you have Easy Pass? Because there's 2 different ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because parts of Orlando use Easy Pass and parts of them use Sun Pass.
Well, I can go through every toll in the state of Florida.
Well,
I'll have to look at it next time I'm in the car.
They may duel them up. You know what I mean? At all the places. But I know that there are places that say Easy Pass, and then there are places that say Sun Pass.
Carl said, just fly into Baltimore and I'll come get you.
He has got a bus, so it could be the Earth Airport shuttle.
John told you to wake up. Wake up, Xander.
Carl, are you going to Murph again this next year? Because
yeah, that was funny. Daniel Norrie asking on Twitter, you know, if anybody had started thinking about Murph. I said, yeah, right at the end of the last Murph.
Yeah, right.
I don't stop thinking about it. Well, you know, there's talk, and I don't know, maybe I'm not supposed to say this publicly, so I'm gonna be like the douche for saying this, but there's talk about maybe having some kind of a meetup during the CES show in Vegas in January.
So in Vegas?
In Vegas.
Yeah, I'm not going to Vegas either.
Vegas airfare is cheap, though.
I know, but I know exactly what would happen if I went to Vegas.
You'd come home broke?
Badly broken. Badly broke. Matter of fact, I would owe the bank money, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just thinking if I can get into the CES show, it would be double worth going then.
Well, yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind. I actually told somebody here a while back, I would love to go to somewhere like, you know, the LA Comic-Con or something like that. It just, everything's on the other side of the country from us.
Oh, there's the New York Comic-Con. I mean, I know that's on the other side of the country technically too. It's all the way to the north, but
right. I mean, you think about it. For me to go to Murph all the way in Goshen, Indiana, up there by South Bend, it was 16 hours. Right. For me to go to Earth, it was 16 hours.
Yeah, but 2 hours on an airplane, you can be in New York.
Well, I understand that. I get that. But
and if you want
cheap printers and stuff like that,
right? I know I'm carrying stuff, but if you want cheap airfare to New York, ask Uncle Ron. He knows how to find like $30 plane tickets.
You know, somebody said, and that's fine if I want to fly out of Atlanta. if I want to drive the 6 hours to Atlanta to get on a plane.
I didn't think about that. You don't really have a major airport by you, do you?
No, it's 3 hours to Jacksonville Airport. It's 4.5 hours to Orlando. It's 6 hours to Atlanta. Those are the major airports.
$28 on Frontier.
Yeah, there you go. Frontier doesn't fly into Tallahassee.
No baggage.
No.
Yeah, but Frontier doesn't fly into Tallahassee.
No, so you would be rough on the way up, and on the way back, you just fly into Orlando and you just bail out before you get there.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the drive to Murph. I did not enjoy the drive to Earth.
No, the drive to Earth. I mean, I had issues with my drive to Murph too because of the accident on the highway, but the drive to Earth for me was much, much, much worse because one, the traffic. Virginia. As soon as we hit the Virginia border, it's all over with.
Yeah.
And then the fact that I was running on little to no sleep, and we were getting there at the last minute, and then I missed, meeting you guys for lunch, and it just, there was a lot of disappointments. Not that I wouldn't do it again in a heartbeat, though.
Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to go to all of them. I would love to. It's like Orlando Maker Faire. I really want to drive down there, even if it's just for the day. Just to go in and say hello and hang out with you guys for a little while.
Yes, absolutely. I thought that was a requirement.
Maybe.
I think everybody who lives in the state of Florida has to be there.
Oh. What's the dates again?
November 10th and 11th. Central Florida Fairgrounds off of Highway 50.
What are they? Central Florida Fairgrounds?
Yeah, the Central Florida Fairgrounds. It's right on West Colonial Drive.
Let's see what we get here.
Carl said, seriously, look at taking Interstate 81 next time. It goes through less cities and avoids D.C. I'm going to have to write that down or I won't remember.
Yeah. It's 3 hours and 53 minutes.
Is that I-81, Carl? Yeah, Interstate 81. How far?
3 hours and 53 minutes.
Yeah.
If I go the toll roads.
So you got to come down on Saturday, get a hotel room, stay Saturday night so you can go to the dinner that I haven't planned yet. So
yeah,
I want to say publicly, I told you guys I went to the new doctor and I have diabetes. No, that's not, that was already known, but I've actually been officially diagnosed with, what is it? Social anxiety disorder and mild agoraphobia.
I can see that.
So for all of you people who laughed at me when I told you I was introverted, I now have a doctor's note.
Where are you going to be, Robbie Mac?
Oh, I forgot. Going to be in Florida in 2 weeks. Y'all have to give up your schedules and come visit. Yeah, what part of Florida? Florida is a big state. It's really long, like this.
Yeah, it's actually like 15 and a half hours from Indiana or some crap like that.
Trolling for dollars apparently has CRS. Well, maybe I have CRS.
He was saying you had CRS.
That's why I couldn't remember. No, it's a social anxiety disorder with mild agoraphobia.
Me and Regina can crash at Mom and Dad's, and we can have the guest room. He'll take the couch. Thank you, Uncle Ron. I'll have to see. I actually don't know until it gets close.
Uncle Ron will literally give you the shirt off his back.
Do what, baby?
2 weeks is homecoming.
Okay. What did I say was in 2 weeks?
That's when Robbie Mack is coming.
Oh. Hold on.
And Jake from State Farm said acknowledge me. He's already said hey twice.
Has he said hey? We miss Jake from State Farm.
I was just about to say something.
He'll keep saying acknowledge me too until we say hey. What's up, Jake? You still sound hideous.
He types hideous.
All right, wait. Robbie Mack says we skipped the West Coast because of the red algae or something or other. So at St. Augustine.
I'm just joking, King.
So you're going to St. Augustine in 2 weeks?
Or you were joking and you're not going to. What were you joking about, Robbie Mack? St. Augustine is only like 2 hours from me.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes from me. See, because when you go, it's like this. That's the way Glenn and I have to go to get to St. Augustine.
Yeah. Why I don't go to the doctors unless I really don't feel good. Well, that was the problem. I really didn't feel good because my blood sugar was at like 330, and it shouldn't be more than 120 when you have diabetes. Ron, will you have a shirt that fits me when I ask? I can rest easy now. Jake from State Farm.
I haven't whiffed a 1XL in 15 years.
That's what I wear, XL.
Yeah, mine's got a 2. Mine's got a 2 in front of it.
I used to be a 2XL. Now if I put on my 2XLs, I feel like I'm swimming. That's what finding out you have diabetes does for you. You lose weight.
Yeah. Can I have some of that there diabetes?
I used to be diabetes. I used to be a big
Diabetes.
fat guy.
Maybe I should eat some oatmeal.
Here, show off my big fatness.
I tell you what, Gracilla's a great woman
Yeah, she is.
because she saw through that.
Oh, I didn't give her a choice.
Oh well, not only that, I don't see what she saw through that, but she saw through it.
She didn't have a choice. When Priscilla and I met, when we first started dating, she told me very adamantly she did not want a serious relationship. And I just said, okay.
Robbie Mack, if you're going across the state of Florida on I-10, you are within about an hour of my house. So as you get closer to Tallahassee, you could say, hey, man, come meet us for lunch or supper or something like that. Then we could probably do that. But it's also 2 weeks from now is homecoming weekend for my 16-year-old daughter.
So what? It's not for you.
I know.
That ship is done sailed.
Just sniff around for the Walter vape. Uncle Ron said, Glenn, you were an ice cream man.
I don't get it because I was wearing a white shirt.
No, because you look like you ate a bunch of damn ice cream.
Oh, I think I ate the ice cream, man.
That's when the grand
Thanks for popping in.
broke out the ice cream maker. They were like, "Don't tell Glenn, we won't get none."
No, it was cereal. I could kill a box of cereal in one sitting.
I actually love cereal as well.
Yeah, I just but it's got so much sugar. Brother James is back in the house. I still have my love you James note here from the other night when you didn't have audio.
Yeah, I hope he's feeling better.
Well, he did a stream today. He doesn't know. I didn't say anything, but I was watching his stream today.
No, I did not. I got notification when it said that he streamed 2 hours ago.
Yeah, no, I don't get YouTube notifications anymore. I constantly refresh my YouTube channel or YouTube page just to see, and then I watch Twitter to see.
Well, Robbie Mack, you say Walter's family, but it's pretty much just going to be me and my wife. So, my wife's already met you, so she'd be great with going out and meeting your family.
Thomas Emerald says I'm late, but I got a note.
Thomas Emerald is always late, and his notes are not working anymore, sir.
Gotta get more notes.
Did I miss a stream the other night? James streamed earlier today, if that's what you're talking about. I will be fine or we'll be dead soon. Roll the dice. Well, either way you look at it, as it goes, we're all going to be dead soon anyway.
Well, that's correct.
Just depends on what your definition
Especially
of soon is.
You're a dinosaur.
Thing is, it just keeps getting sooner and sooner.
I was in the USA when James was streaming earlier. Harbor Freight Run.
Okay. Had to cross the border to get him some Harbor Freight fix.
I like Harbor Freight.
I'm gonna have to call the Border Patrol and tell them you're importing hardware,
Imported stuff.
Imported stuff, and not paying import fees.
It's a lot of the same stuff as Canadian Tire, as I understand it, James.
Canadian what?
Canadian Tire.
Canadian Tire?
Canadian Tire. Yeah, they carry a lot of the same stuff.
Tires?
Tire, you know, like wheel tire.
Yeah,
I don't know if they
yeah.
actually sell tires at Canadian Tire, but and the FK1 will be powered on for the first time. The U.S. will go without power for half the country. No, I have my own nuclear reactor in the backyard.
We do?
Tire Canadian. Canadian Tire, eh?
Oh, and Mike
They
said he
sell
declared
tires.
it all. Mike said he declared it all, except this one thing that was in the back of my truck I forgot.
I went to Canada one time for the weekend, and when you drive all the way from Florida to go to Canada for the weekend, the guys at the border are very curious on why you're really there, and then
Yeah.
they make you park in this parking lot, and they walk a dog by your car to make sure you don't have stuff in your car.
Yeah, the only time that I have been to Canada, my wife and I went with my daughter, was on the Maid of the Mist as it crossed over into Canadian waters and then back on the on the Niagara Falls tour.
No, that's the Canadian side is the best side to see the falls from.
Yeah, Horseshoe Falls is actually the prettiest one. though.
Yeah, we have the nicer side of Niagara Falls, but you see it better from Canada
Or the boat.
or the boat, right?
I will tell you, the power of that falls, the falls, is immensely more appreciable the closer you get on that boat.
Yeah.
And you know that if the power went out on the boat, that it would not take you long to drown.
No, I could imagine.
I'm not going on that boat then. It's fun.
Yeah, I've been to Niagara Falls a couple of times and never realized that there was like that deck you could go down on, and
Oh yeah.
like that was at a time in my life where I wasn't like a good sightseer.
Yeah, I hear you. We climbed the stairs up there for the where you can stand on that platform. It's like right next to the falls.
Right.
Well, it generates its own wind, and it's very strong wind. It's not, like this light breeze.
Right.
And Regina really couldn't open her eyes because it was about to blow her contacts out of her eyes.
Wow.
So she's standing there.
Know if you wear that hat to school. Technically, yes, he does.
Yeah, well, yeah. You wear it downstairs and go to school, right?
Because he's actually like in his classroom right now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that we didn't ever go behind the falls. I really wanted to. We just didn't. I don't know why we didn't. We had driven from Chicago that day just to go to the falls, and none of us had passports. So we had to take the long way all the way around the Great Lakes instead of taking the straight shot across Canada. So it was like 475 miles one way.
Well, the last time that I was in Canada, you didn't need a passport to get there.
Wait, you need a passport?
That's how long it's been.
You need a passport to get there?
You need a passport to cross into any other country now.
Like, even if it's borderlines with, whatever,
Yes, you cannot leave the U.S. without a passport.
that's dumb.
That's not true. That's not true. You can get on a cruise ship and you can leave. The
Yeah,
country
you can go.
and come back without a passport.
You can go on a cruise without a passport?
Absolutely. You can go to Cozumel. You can go to Jamaica. You can go wherever you
Yeah,
want.
I thought they changed that in the last.
as long as you come back in the same port
Huh.
on the same boat. Now, if you get down there and you need to be airlifted or something back to the U.S., no, sir, not without a passport. But yes, My daughter just went on one. She took her a copy of her birth certificate and her driver's license. That was it.
Excellent. That's good to know.
So, yeah, you can't use that as an excuse not to take Miss Priscilla on a cruise, man.
Well, actually, okay, so for the last few years, my boss has been saying that we were going to close the week from Christmas to New Year's because the construction industry is so stupid slow at that time of year. Nothing happens that week. Nothing.
Right.
And every year, we're all standing around with our fingers in our nose because there's nothing happening. And every year, as it gets closer, he's like, no, we can't close down. We can't close down. Well, last year, as we're all standing around doing nothing, he said, mark my words, next year we are going to close. So we've been giving him gruff about it. And I actually, I fired up my camera on my phone and I made him say that we're going to take the week off. So we're going to close the week from Christmas to New Year's, which is awesome. But now I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Well, 3D Printerverse, that's not even true either. You actually can get back into the U.S. without a passport. It just takes a hell of a lot longer.
Yeah, a lot of convincing. And
well, I mean, if you've got your driver's license and all this stuff, they actually can look you up. They're just not in a hurry to do it.
Yeah.
And I think the border states now have the driver's license that has all the information in it, so you don't even have to have a passport.
Yeah,
I know that
some people who cross over a lot.
Yeah, I think some of the border countries with Canada were going to the what are they? The advanced driver's license or whatever it is, and it has all the information on your license. So, yeah, there you go, there you go. Casa del Waco said, yeah, movement into Canada, also certain type of license, right? Enhanced driver's license. That's it. So, well,
Coyotes.
Maker Kid, that's true, but like the ones in Florida are enhanced driver's license. They're just not as enhanced as they need to be. Because we were told there, because I actually checked and we did have the enhanced driver's license when we went. And I talked to one of the border guards and he said, it's possible that you have everything on there that you need, but you being from Florida, they probably weren't in a hurry to implement it like the border states were.
Last time there, we made a wrong turn past customs and were told they couldn't turn us back. They forced us to cross over, then had to go back. We had no passports, took an hour. They were friendly.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the thing, 3D Maker Kid. We didn't take those with us either. So that was the problem. Florida's only good for going to Cuba.
Oh,
I know.
Well, everybody, it is now 7 minutes after the hour, which means that it's time for me to bug you about subscribing. I'm pretty sure everybody in here is a subscriber, though. So
we can still bug them, though. Subscribe to Fun King. Subscribe to Fun King. Subscribe to Fun King.
Subscribe to Chris's Basement.
There you go. You can subscribe to Chris's Basement.
Yep, Monday here. No, don't leave me.
James is unsubbing. It's okay, James. You're Canadian, and in about 5 minutes you'll feel bad and resub.
Well, not only that, but Canadians subscriptions are worth less than U.S. subscriptions.
Oh, God bless America. That's right. Ha, James, that's not even funny. Oh, add the like buttons too. That's right. Click the like button. Wait, did we get any more thumbs down? We had 7.
I don't even know.
No, we have 9. This stream has 9 thumbs down.
You guys are a-holes.
That's amazing.
It's got to be either the fact that Chris isn't here or it's you, Walter, because I don't get thumbs downs.
It's probably me, man.
10 thumbs downs.
You know, it's really funny though. No, there's 12, not 10. He can't count.
Well, and it was 31 thumbs up, so somebody thumbs down it that had already thumbs up it.
Well, I'm seeing 30. I'm seeing 32 thumbs up and 11 thumbs down right now.
That's funny.
No, I think the problem is, Glenn, is that they watch the stream and they go, "I'm not as sexy as he is, so I'm clicking thumbs down." That's the problem. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, they're jealous of my awesome hair.
That's right, and my beard. That's what it is.
I still have my Walter beard around here somewhere. I can't get rid of that.
You know, I did leave a spot open every afternoon, Glenn, if you needed some view time.
No, I'm good. I'm good on view time. That's not a problem.
Because Xander keeps leaving.
Like building the FK1, I've been recording. I had been recording every step through it so that I could release it as a build series. And but it's gotten to the point now where things have started to irritate me, and I needed to build it faster. Thank you. And so, admittedly, I haven't been recording as much as I should have. So, as far as build series goes, there's going to be some stuff missing, but I think I am going to start doing more of it live stream, though.
Oh. You and Thomas Emerald share the same hair place.
I need to buy a Flowbee. Do they still sell those?
No, but I'm pretty sure you could 3D print one.
Yeah, or at least an attachment for my razor to suck. Because I cut my own hair, but the worst part is like if I don't wait until it gets long enough, then it's these fine. And my hair is real fine too, so then it's these fine little Glenn Sunday pizza surprise. Is that pizza on a Sunday in the Fun King household? That's funny. But yeah, if I could create a vacuum attachment for my shaver to I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, because all 3 strands that you have to cut would make this big mess, right?
Well, there's more than 3, but it makes a mess in the sink. Is it fine if I plug a stream in here that I'm doing in a couple of minutes? Heck yeah. I'm all right with that.
Well, you can do like I do, Glenn. When I cut mine in the bathroom, I just take a towel and lay it over the sink. Then I take the towel outside, shake it off, and good to go.
Yeah. Ben, I gave you a wrench so you can post a link.
Uncle Ron, I don't even want to hear that about printing pizza. I still, from Murph, Irv, anytime, I still haven't gotten a piece of your pizza you keep talking about.
Well, I don't think he brought it to Irv, but he did bring it to Murph.
And I didn't get any there either.
I don't think anybody ate any. He brought me White Castles at Irv, and I ate those. Well, I ate a bunch of them until we were halfway home and they were stinking the car up, and we left them in the hotel in Washington is what we did. We left them in the refrigerator in the hotel.
Thank you, Carl. And James, that's pretty funny because she actually followed me on Twitter yesterday.
I'm still blocked.
I've never mentioned, nor I think I was mentioned in a tweet that she was mentioned in. So apparently she just clicked on my name and followed me, which is fine. I don't mind. I have nothing against Naomi Wu. She does what she wants to do. It's her life.
Yeah, the only interaction that I ever had with her was when she asked something about finding some people in New York that she could collaborate with, and Lauren said that she said something like, "I think you've burned all those bridges," and I liked the post, and then I got banned. It's fine. She's inappropriate for my child.
Well, I will say, Robbie Mack, and to Uncle Ron, if you go to, I think it's Tampa, there's a New York pizza place down there that actually ships the water from New York. And I said, that just makes no sense.
We have a bagel place here called Brooklyn Bagel that I don't think they ship the water in, but they filter it like Brooklyn's water.
But we have the best water in the world in the state of Florida.
I don't know. Their water's pretty good.
What? Oh wait, do you not have like aquifer water where you live?
Yeah, well water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you run it through a filter, and it's probably some of the best water in the world. If it wasn't, I mean, come on, Nestle wouldn't make millions and millions of dollars selling
I don't
it.
like Nestle's water.
I don't either, but Aquafina, all of them bottle Florida water.
New York pizza is the best. I agree. Xander and I, the hotel that we stayed at when we were at New York Maker Faire last year, the hotel was like 8 blocks away from this pizza place. It was the closest pizza place, 8 blocks away. Well, that's not true. The Chuck E. Cheese was closer, but we would walk that 8 blocks back and forth to get pizza like 50 times while we were up there.
Right. Well, see, Costa del Huacos, I could see that because then you got, the mountain stream water. If you're talking about that, that would be okay.
Uncle Ron, that's really inappropriate.
I know it was. It was. I saw that. And no, actually, no, you're wrong. I wouldn't. I could see Amy Double D laughing about that though. That's funny. Well, anyway, the pizza place in Tampa sells authentic New York pizza. So you're not that far away from it when you're at Glenn's place. But it is right downtown Tampa.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's wrong. I actually like Chicago pizza better. I'm a pan deep dish type of guy.
I haven't found a good Chicago pizza anywhere in Florida.
I didn't say you had. I'm saying I like Chicago pizza better because I like the deep dish pizza better.
Yeah.
The one pizza that I used to like from the fast food pizza restaurants is no longer there. And it was the Justin Wilson Pizza Hut pizza that had all the Cajun meats on it. It was pretty good.
Anywhere in the boroughs, a pizza or Euro or Chinese place is within 2 blocks. Well, where we were staying was right in the heart of the Chinese. It wasn't Chinatown. It was, I guess, like Chinatown too. But that was the nearest New York style pizza.
Yeah.
I like frozen no name the best.
Fight me.
Fight me.
I will tell you that I don't know if you've been or not, but Arby's is making Euros now. And they're friggin' good.
They're all right.
They are good. I'm sorry. I ate 2 of them the other day because they were good.
So sometime when you're down this way, we'll go to the Euro Hut.
Well, the thing is, we have Euro places here in Tallahassee. And, I mean, some of them are like true Greek Euros. But that Arby's one that I had the other day was stinking fantastic because I got the original, which is the lamb. And it was good.
Ron, it was Flushing's is where we were. It was right by where they did the rooftop bar party. Like I could see that bar from my hotel.
All right. I'll just talk about food and you eating. I'm hungry. I'm fixing to leave.
How come your wife doesn't bring you food? My wife brings me food.
My wife does bring me food. I just don't eat on camera.
He's waiting for her to come in and give me the bird.
Regina, come flip Glenn off.
That's inappropriate. This is my channel.
Come flip Glenn off twice.
All right, guys. I guess we'll end it. I'm not doing any work anyway. I got to figure out now how to lay out. This is a lot of wire. This is how long the harness is going to be. So that's 6, 12.
Oh, she's not going anywhere. She's got a can of boiled peanuts in there. She's eating.
Oh, so that harness is going to be about 14 feet long. That's a lot of wire.
That is a lot of wire.
And thanks to Scott McClellan, I have all the wire. Scott McClellan, who I have no way to ever pay back.
Glenn, you're getting a finger.
Which fingers are those?
Both of them.
No, but I mean, like what team?
They're not.
They're blue from Belk. Belk did a.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know how offended I should be.
No, Belk did a booth at the Gator game one time, and we got foam fingers. So, oh, and I have to say this. Go Gators. They beat Mississippi State on Saturday. And they beat them well, which I was happy with. I didn't expect it, but that was the outcome, so I was happy. And I needed to tell Carl thank you for telling me that my dragon was about to fall again.
How did Glenn get fingers and I got none? What's a Euros? But Jake, are you one of those people that call it a gyro or a gyro?
I don't care. It's Gyro. You can say it gyro, hero, gyro, gyro. Don't matter. It's still meat in a piece of bread with some lettuce and some tzatziki sauce and all this other crap on it, and it's good. Sorry. Just the way it works. I don't care how you say it.
I never heard anybody rant about a Euro before. I base my success on YouTube on how many fingers I get.
Well, Robbie Mack, you know that in some of my videos, you have gotten some even after I stopped streaming. So, because I've turned the camera back on just so you could see it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything bad about Robbie Mack because he made me this awesome Fun King.
Dude. Oh, where'd I put it? I've got an awesome group.
That is a pretty awesome group.
But my favorite thing he made was this awesome Cthulhu.
What is that?
It's Cthulhu, the
Oh.
Yeah. But he put a cowboy hat on it. But, man, the print quality on that thing is amazing. And it's heavy. The infill on this got to be like 80%. Just so he could get the color changes going. Yeah, there you go, Robbie Mack. My wife says he gets the fake fingers. You get the real ones. A hero, that's me.
We don't need another hero.
We sure don't. We don't need another me, that's for sure.
Hero is a sub sandwich. I agree with that.
Now that would be a sub sandwich. Why would you call it a hero?
Hoagies and grinders.
Hoagies and grinders. I don't know anything about a grinder either. I just call it a sub.
That Fun King head is awesome. Yes, it is. It's a very nice Fun King. Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, it's the first 3D. Like I started modeling him in 3D, but I didn't go and like make the mouth deep and all this. He's just awesome. He's just awesome. Need another one to be the hood ornament on my truck.
There you go, hoagie sub. I'm gonna tell you what, I ate one of the best po' boys the other day. It was a shrimp po' boy. Oh, it was fresh. They made fresh bread. They made homemade sauce to go on. Oh my God, it will slap your mama good.
Oh.
All right, Robbie, Matt, have a good one, buddy. Yeah, I'm fixing to get off here. I am going to go get me a bite to eat because I am hungry.
Yeah, we've only said that we're going to end this like 12 times now. So
right. Well, you're in charge of this. You know that, right?
Oh, I have the button, don't I?
You do have the button.
All right, let me wipe my mouth and finish eating. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for being here. We love each and every one of you. We thank you for tuning in. We do this every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It would be absolutely nothing without all of you guys, though. Again, I'm Glenn, and Xander's around here somewhere, and we are Fun King 3D. I got a video release today. I got a Mailbag Monday coming out tomorrow. I have, I don't know, something on Wednesday, and Xander's Thing Thursday's coming out on Thursday at noon. Thanks to IC3D, E3D, Duet, Kuntry 3D, Open Builds, and Bondtech. I think I got them all that time. That was Ron started that. Let's just punch that up real quick. So IC3D, Duet 3D, Bondtech, the BL Touch, I missed Ant Collabs, Open Builds, E3D, and of course, Walter from Kuntry 3D for sponsoring the FK1, and a huge thank you to Scott McClellan, who is a friend of the channel's, who seems to buy everything that I put on my wish list, and has kept Mailbag Monday running quite well lately. How about you, Walter? What you got?
I'm going to say thanks for watching. I'm Kuntry 3D, and I am taking a little vacation from YouTube, but I will start back up my normal schedule next Sunday when it is my turn to host Fun in the Country Basement on my channel. I will stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday morning is the morning coffee show. So if you're not subscribed to me, nor Glenn, nor Chris, who's not here from Chris's Basement, look him up or look in the description and click his link and subscribe, like the channel. You know, that's pretty much it. Thanks for being here. Oh, and Glenn said the stream would be nothing without y'all. Yes, it would. It would be boring. Very, very boring. So
It would be just us talking to each other.
it would, and that's just, good Lord of mercy. I don't know how much I can handle that. But thank you guys for being here.
James said, and Print and Play for emotional support. But actually, some of you may or may not know, but James from Print and Play actually, well, he saved me from making a huge mistake. So James gets a lot of credit as well, because I didn't factor in the weight of the print when I was doing my calculations for the moving bed. So James gets a big shout out for that too. Glenn put a Maserati in your wish list.
You know, it's really funny, Glenn, because Jake from State Farm says Florida is weird. Yeah, but you know, all these things that you say we can't have, we have people that move here from where you are that make them. So yeah, we get them just like you do.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to do it again next week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, God willing, and the creeks don't rise. It will be on Walter's channel next week, which now will just be going back and forth. If there's any of you guys out there that would like to guest host, shoot me an email at Glenn with 2 N's at funking3d.com, and we'll see about getting you into the queue to guest host. There's a couple of things that you have to abide by and a few rules, and you have to send me a check. No, I'm just kidding.
Me a check.
Oh, the check goes to you?
To me.
So
I can wash it.
And I would say to you, if there's something on the stream that you'd like to see, to let us know, but that's not the way this stream works. You guys get to watch whatever it is that we decide that we want to do, whether it's something awesome or it's nothing at all. That's what these streams are about. So thank you all. Love each and every one of you. And Butch just popped in. Sorry you're late, Butch.
All right.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.